Hey guys, I am super excited for this video today because I'm going to be attempting something that I really haven't done before with a comb. I've tried it a little bit with fingers and it actually worked pretty well, but I haven't tried it with a comb yet on my natural hair. So this wasn't a style. I've taken it out. I'm actually going to be doing an Olaplex treatment on this, and then I'm going to be shampooing that out and following a specific method. What is this method? It's called TOOSIng, and it was invented, or at least the name of it was invented by Ms. Wright, who is right here on YouTube. I will make sure to link her in the description box down below. And she has a mantra that goes, when you're styling hair, you need the right tools, the right techniques, and the right products. So today we are going to be trying to demonstrate all of those things. And the first tool that I have is this, the Wright comb. I ordered it from the Revere website the other day, and as you can see here, it is still in the package. So I'm really excited to test this out and see if it works as advertised. I was a little skeptic, I won't lie, but then I saw her using it on a child's hair, and I was blown away by how well, there we go, it worked. The child was not in pain or having an unpleasant time. I also seen Ms. Wright styling hair that is not relaxed, so natural hair in its curly state, and she has done like twists and braids and things like that, so she knows what she's talking about. Although she tends to do more of the chemically altering processes, she can also work with natural hair. So based on that, her videos, her video evidence, and her licensing and education in cosmetology, I thought it would be good to go ahead and give this a try. Now these bristles, you can hear, they're pretty stiff. They're rigid. They're not like the rubber brushes that I normally use, but this comb is long, and that is supposed to help. Also the teeth, you see how they kind of come in. They're not just straight up and down, but they kind of come toward the center a little bit. And then you'll notice that they are kind of very thick. I don't know if that's easy to see, but there's a width to these. They're not all the same. Again, they come down to a point, which is really, really cool here. So the handle, pretty sturdy. And again, it's all about the right tools in the first part of this mantra, okay? So we are gonna go ahead here and throw this Olaplex treatment in, and then come back and you will see how this works. Because boy, do I have some interesting things that goes against everything we've ever been taught when it comes to combing natural hair on YouTube. Alrighty, I'm done with my Olaplex treatment. I had it sitting in my hair for 10-15 minutes or so after I applied it, so probably it's been in my hair for a bit longer than that. But as you can see, I do have color in my hair. I did get it bleached. Nothing else, just the lightening, because I love this blonde color. And of course, when you have blonde hair, Olaplex is really helpful to keep it healthy, because it helps the hair be strengthened, and that people have said they've gone all the way from super dark shades to super light shades without any damage at all. I know I definitely made sure I put this in my hair before I got my hair lightened, and then I've been using it fairly regularly for the first few weeks after I got it lightened, kind of less and less after that. This is the Olaplex holiday size. You can get it from Sephora during the holidays, and my Sephora was really fortunate to have a whole bunch left after the holidays. So even though I bought this way back in April, they still had the giant size bottle. It's very concentrated, so you really don't need a lot. And if you apply it in sections, you actually get more bang for your buck, because you can control how much you're putting onto your hair and how much of your hair that you are applying the Olaplex to. The next step is to start combing this and rinsing this out at the sink. So here we go. Hi, I am back, because now it is time to talk about not only the right tool, but the right technique, okay? Because I'm gonna say something that's going to blow your naturalista minds, but guess what? We have been combing hair all wrong. Yes, that's right. Every single tutorial video here on YouTube that's for curly hair, guess what they tell you? You gotta start from the bottom and work your way up. But I'm here to tell you, you've been misled. It's all lies, falsehood. You've got to actually start from the root And that's actually going to help a couple things. Number one, it's going to make your hair be stronger because you're not going over the tips of your hair, which are the weakest ends because they're the oldest, over and over and over and over again. You're going to work out those tangles so that by the time you get to the end, you only have to go through it a few times, which will help preserve your ends. Number two, it's going to help stimulate the erector pili muscle, which, as we all know, if you work with muscles, they get stronger, okay? And apparently this can even reduce tenderheadedness. I am not really that tenderheaded, so I don't have an issue with it. But for people that are, you should try this out and see what you think. But if we don't have the right technique, even though we have the right tools and we have the knowledge, we're going to struggle. We also have to pair the right technique with the right products. So in this case, the first thing we are going to do is start with some conditioner. And I have the TGIN. It is the Quench 3-in-1 Co-Wash Detangler and Conditioner. And we are actually going to start by putting this in first, okay? Then we're going to go to shampoo. Then we're going to go right to leave-in conditioner because there's no reason to use conditioner again and then rinse it out and then put leave-in conditioner in. We just might as well put leave-in conditioner in. So I've been doing that for the past couple weeks and it's been working fine. So that's what I'm going to do. The next thing we have to do is make sure that we are detangling in sections, okay? Usually when I detangle in the shower, I just kind of separate and do in 3 sections on each side, but I'm gonna do 2 sections on each side and be a little bit more methodical about this. So the first thing I have to do is part my hair out. Now, of course, you can part your hair however you would like, but I'm gonna do it in roughly 4 equal sections, as you can see, and I've left this part out because this is where I'm gonna be starting with, because that's easiest for me. Now, if you wanna part your hair with less sections or more sections, go for it. But you can see the width of this comb, you don't really want to be doing sections that are larger than the width of this comb or else you're going to run into issues. Now, my hair is still pretty damp from the Olaplex No. 3 treatment, but the Olaplex No. 3 treatment is not a conditioner. So it's not the best to comb your hair with, and it will rinse out as we go through the whole conditioning shampoo process. So I'm not going to worry about trying to rinse it out now. So the first thing that I need to do is get my hair wet. Now, how wet you get your hair is up to you. For me, my texture, my length, I need it to be really, really wet to be able to deal with it easily. So what we're gonna do here is, and I know some people find that if they wet it, come on, conditioner, pump out. Some people find that if they wet their hair to this extent, it actually mats up more in them. As you can see, the weight and length of my hair, it actually elongates it. So we are just slicking this up with conditioner, and this is going to serve 2 purposes. Number 1, it's going to make the hair very soft. Well, 3 purposes. Number 2, it is going to make it easy to detangle, and number 3, it's going to lay down that cuticle. And as you can see, just me putting my fingers in it, and see where I'm starting? Up at the top here, okay? Just running my hands over it, that's already pretty good. So here we go into TOOSING. It's the method that Ms. LaDosha Wright has pioneered here, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna put that comb in, right? You're gonna start at the root, and you're gonna apply tension, all right? And try to make sure that I don't get the other areas that I have pinned up. And you're gonna be just applying tension and working those tangles down through your hair. And there's plenty of conditioner in it. It's very wet and it is just sliding right out. And as you can see, I'm not touching these ends. So they are not going to have this damage because I'm not going through the ends over and over again, okay? So I'm having some issues, but that's okay because what I'm going to do is just kind of separate, and I'm just coming down through. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm just applying tension. Now, if I really want this to be slick, I'll turn the water back on and work through it that way. All right, and I'm working it down, applying tension by turning my head away from the direction of the brush. All right, and you can always help it out by just kind of separating it a little bit if you need to, like so. And just try to keep that tension on there. So you can see that I've worked out a lot of tangles from the root already. I'm just working now on this mid shaft area, and it just came out very, very easily. So again, applying that tension, and I can feel that there's some resistance, so I'm not going to rip through that, because that's where you get into issues. If you rip through stuff, we can still use our fingers to help us out. And I'm almost there. Okay, so again, if I have running water going through this for me and my hair texture, that's going to be the easiest. All right, but I'm just showing you how it looks just with purely the wet hair and the conditioner. And just keep on applying that tension to keep the hair stretched, so you're not going to create any further tangles with the, you're not going to create tangles back in the section that you have already combed. And again, I'm just going to kind of separate this out and work on a smaller section, creating that tension. See, it's wanting to get caught in. Almost there. Just working out those tangles to the very end of the hair. Okay. And you can see that now I'm down to the ends, and I haven't gone through the ends a million times like you normally would when you start the ends and comb up, and those tangles just melted right through. So now I'm just running into some shed hairs. Gotta take those out so that we are, and I know I probably need to be applying tension on this section, but we'll get back to that. So, all right, here we go. Almost there. Okay, let me just get this section. Again, just applying that tension by turning my head away, and just gotta hold that tension there. Okay, and as you can see, I didn't need to have the running water, something I've always had to do in the past to keep my hair detangled as I'm working on it. So there we go, there we have it. So my hair now has the conditioner in it, and it's been fully detangled with this brush, and it's just from the root melting down, which is so cool and so awesome. Okay, so as you can see, that section is now detangled. I threw it up in a Bantu knot so that I could keep it out of the way, and you can clip it. Some people do that. You can 2 strands twist it. You can do that as well. For me, I like to just use hair ties. You know, I have my hair, I haven't really properly combed my hair. I've been just finger combing for like the last month to see what would happen, and then I discovered this brush, so then I've been saving a proper detangling for now. So I'm not surprised with any hair coming out of the brush. So that was that small section. There may be more or less in subsequent sections. Now you're just going to watch me go through and do this process to the rest of my hair, and I will be using the running water for some of this because it will make it a little bit easier. by turning the water off so you guys can hear me. You'll notice here that one of the things I do is hold on to my hair. That creates the tension both at this end and then between my hand and the comb. So if there is any knots or anything where I would have the possibility of being tender-headed, I'm not pulling it from my scalp. And you'll notice when I did run into a little knot or two, I'm not yanking the comb through my hair. Just because I'm using a comb doesn't mean I'm not going to comb my hair with a good technique. No, what I'm doing, and I like to just apply a little more conditioner. Just look at that. Look how easily that's combing through. I've never in my life had that happen before. Once I got the parts combed, they would be very difficult for it to do what I'm doing right now. So technique is everything. So now to keep it stretched out, again, I'm going to put it in the little bun here. But back to what I was saying is I found a little knot. I took my time. I worked that knot apart with my fingers, and most knots are just the hair wrapping around itself. So when you just separate it gently, it comes right out. You have no issues. We are done with the detangling part. And here's where I always used to have a huge issue, and that was I would go ahead and try to shampoo my hair and it would just get tangled up again because I was shampooing the wrong way. I was going in, doing the massaging technique, which is totally the wrong way to wash your hair. I have this shampoo. I've got a little bit of it left, the Olaplex, since I use the Olaplex treatment. I know this shampoo is definitely safe for colored hair, so I like to go ahead, or color treated hair, I should say. I like to go ahead and use this because I know it's going to really get everything out of my hair, but it's also going to be gentle on my hair. And that is all the hair that came out, which is really good for, like I said, I have not actually used a comb in my hair or wet brush or anything like that for about a good month. Yeah, not bad. It doesn't really matter which section I start with next, but I'm just gonna pick a section and go. And what we are going to do is first get that shampoo. I love the citrus smell of the Olaplex line. It's so good. We're just gonna put it a little bit in the hands to distribute the product. And then we are going to scrub, right guys? We are not scratching, but not shampooing with the massage either. We're scrubbing, you know, like you would scrub your dishes. Just really getting in there, and because the hair is sectioned away, I can get right in there. I think I'm gonna use a little bit more and scrub at the roots. Again, distributing, not lathering in my hand. You can really get in there and scrub at the roots without disturbing the fact that you went ahead and detangled your hair. Now, some people like to open their hair up a little bit more and really get in there on every level. I don't do that. Maybe my hair would be different if I did, but okay, so then I'm going to just take each section out and work the shampoo through it, and then I'm going to shampoo it again, and I'll show you how I do this. You notice how I'm pulling the hair in this downward motion? That keeps stretched and elongated, and that's really, really important here. Yeah, I do have water going down my face. I don't know where I put my towel. I am gonna grab it and come right back, but you can see how easy that was. The right tools, the right products, the right technique. So huge thank you to Miss LaDosha Wright for showing me on YouTube, of course, how this works. So without further ado, I am going to get a towel and I will come back and I will talk to you before I get ready for my next video, which is gonna be all about how I'm gonna style my hair, because you could just do wash and wear at this point or wash and go, but I'm not gonna. What have we learned from this experience? Number one, listen to your elders. Ms. LaDosha Wright invented this concept of TOOSIng a while back, and she is absolutely right. You gotta have the right tools, the right comb. That's what it's called, it's named after her. The right products, and in this case, you'll see the detangling conditioner, the leave-in conditioner, and shampoo. And of course I threw in the Olaplex treatment because I have color treated hair. And if you like, you could throw your favorite oil or serum on at the end for styling purposes. And you've got to have the right technique. And this is the one that, again, is gonna blow all you naturals' minds. Stop combing your hair from the tips. Start at the root and work your way down. If you've got the products and the technique and the comb under control, this should be a relatively easy thing to do. As you can see for me, not an issue. Combing natural hair doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to take you all day. If you're spending a lot of time in the shower combing your hair, well, have you tried sectioning it? Have you tried applying less or more water to see what your hair likes? Mine likes a lot of running water. Other people's hair doesn't. And of course, have you tried using the correct technique with the correct tools and the correct products? You may just find that because you were doing those things incorrectly, that's what was taking you way too long to do your hair. You notice shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, plus the Olaplex treatment. 4 products, technically 5, but we're counting Olaplex, the 2 treatments, as 1 treatment. And it didn't take me hardly any time at all. It would have taken me even quicker if I had been in the shower. And that's the last bonus thing I want to add on. What things did we learn today? Let's not comb our hair over the sink. It's not super fun. Way easier to do it in the shower, and then when you get wet, you can just rinse off right there. You don't have to go and change your whole outfit. I hope you found this video helpful, and I really hope you go and check out Ms. LaDosha's content here on YouTube. Again, I will link her in the description box down below. I really have learned so much from watching her channel. I don't agree with everything she says, and I don't agree with everything Cheryl Morrow says. I think there's definitely some things that you have personal experience to back up what you're saying that may not jive with what these 2 ladies are saying. But there is so much wisdom and so much truth and so much knowledge that they are saying. It's so different than what I've heard everyone else on YouTube saying. And it does kind of align a little bit with what the 30-day detox challenge, the creators of that, kind of what they're saying. Those stylists have a lot of knowledge. I think sometimes the presentation is not as tactful as it could be, whereas these other ladies, I feel like when I'm watching LaDosha and Cheryl, I'm talking to an auntie and a professor at a local college. The one is just straight up spitting truth, and the other, like I said, just feels like an auntie. It kind of makes me want to go back to the salon sometime, I'm not gonna lie, because although I didn't love having my hair pressed out all the time. I mean, I loved how it looked, but I didn't like the damage. I did love the salon experience, and I low-key really miss going to the salon once a month. My wallet didn't love it, but in my heart and soul, like, that's where so much culture and knowledge happens, and You know, if you can find a good stylist who knows what they're talking about, someone who's willing to pair what we've learned about natural hair with what the elders know about natural hair, with what a good cosmetologist knows about just hair in general, then I think we'll be able to move hair forward and just enjoy Afro hair in all of its many, many, many different configurations, and curly hair as well. With the right tools, the right technique, and the right products, you too can have amazing hair that you just love pampering yourself with taking care of.